The NUIC 10 football race is far from settled. We're going to learn a lot this weekend, Regan.
We are, because we will have the Boylan Titans who will take on the Hononegah Indians in our game of the week. Boylan will take a 4-1 record into Rockton Friday night. The Titans trail Hononegah and Belvedere North by 1 game for the conference lead. Both of those teams are 5-0. The Titans have dominated all of their opponents this season, with the exception of Belvedere North, which they lost to in week 3. Hononegah keeps finding ways to win, though. The Indians will still be without head coach Brian Zimmerman. He's dealing with a medical issue.
Another key game in the NUIC 10 will have Harlem taking on East. The Huskies are trying to hang in the conference race with a record of 3-2. The E-Rabs are 2-3, but they have new life now that Javius Catlin is back at running back. The E-Rabs still have hopes of making the playoffs. They need to win 3 of their final 4 games.
These are the other NUIC 10 games Friday night. Auburn at Belvedere North, Belvedere is at Jefferson, and Guilford is at Freeport. The Vikings will become eligible for the playoffs if they win this game. In the Big Northern Conference, Stillman Valley still leads the way.
Yeah, the Cardinals are undefeated. Byron, though, is keeping the pressure on the Cardinals to stay undefeated. Friday night, the Cardinals will have a home game against North Boone.
The Cardinals have blown out their last 4 opponents since squeaking out an overtime win over Byron in week 1. North Boone's record is only 1-4, but the Vikings are much better than their record indicates. They've only been outscored by 12 points total by their opponents. And whenever Chandler Alderman and Chris Dutch are on the field, the Vikings are dangerous.
Also in the Big Northern Friday night, Byron looks like a good bet to win its 5th straight game. The Tigers will host winless Rock Falls. Lutheran will continue its drive to make the playoffs by playing at Dixon. Genoa Kingston will take on Oregon, and Rockford Christian will play at Winnebago. Bago will be looking for its 4th win, which would put it on the verge of being eligible for the playoffs. The best matchup in the NUIC will be Dupec playing at Dakota. The Indians need to bounce back after losing last week to EPC.
The Rivermen are coming off a short week. They played last Saturday at Knoxville. They earned a big win over there over one of the top-ranked Class 2A teams in the state. The key for the Rivermen is to not look past Dakota to next week's game against Lena Winslow. Also Friday night in the NUIC, Forreston plays at West Carroll. Stockton will play at Fulton, EPC at Galena, and Lena Winslow has a non-conference home game against Woodstock Marion.
Also Friday night, Rochelle will play at Marengo, Sycamore at Canelan, DeKalb at Waubonsie Valley, and Sterling at Quincy. In 8-man action, it's Hiawatha at Amboy, Akron at Biggsville West Central, Christian Life at Orangeville, South Beloit at AFC. Also, Polo plays at Bushnell Prairie City, and Oldland Hebron will play at River Ridge.
Also on Overtime on our Spotlight segment, we'll take a look at the problem the IHSA is facing with a lack of officials. There aren't enough guys in stripes to go around for all the games. The result has been a lot more games moving from Friday nights to Saturdays this season. We'll also catch up with one officiating crew that worked double duty last Friday night.
So join us this Friday night and every Friday night at 11 p.m. on Fox 39 for Overtime.
I know we're looking forward to it. We hope you'll join us.